Hi, this is Pat, and in this video we're going to take an advanced look at working with the Bootstrap framework to style pages using HTML. In this example, we're going to take a look at the clergy and staff listing at St. Christopher's. And this is a common task that I see people wanting to get a little better control over the design of these staff pages for responsive sites. So to do this, we're going to need a few different things. First, we're going to have our page that we want to transition open in our editor. And then I've got a new page that we're going to use as the destination for the new content. Additionally, we want to have our Bootstrap framework open, and we're going to go to Components and Media Object. And when we do that, we see we get a nice little snippet of HTML that we can use as a model for these media objects. And then I've got a text editor. I use TextMate, but any text editor will do. And the nice thing about using TextMate or other editors designed for HTML is that you can get color styling so that you can better see the object that we're working on. Okay, so let's start the process, and the first thing we're going to want to do is get our HTML from our starting page, and I'm going to open a new window there and just save this one as temp2.html. So now I have both of my HTML windows open with the content that I'm going to be working on, and I've got my model or my sample HTML that I picked up from Bootstrap. So let's just start, and the first thing we see is that we want to have a heading 1 for the title, and then I usually like to put a separator in, and let's get that paragraph text to go there, and bring that there. And now we're down to our first object. And so in this example, we've got the title, and here we can see media heading in our sample. So I'm going to put that there. And then we have a photo, and if we take a look at the photo, we want to capture it from image to image, and we're going to place that here. Now, this width is set to 15%, and using responsive, we want to keep that set at 100, and then I'm going to remove the styling because the Bootstrap will take care of that. So we really want to have as clean of HTML as possible. And for these images, I'm going to go ahead and leave them as the web-friendly image, but if you wanted it to be a full resolution image, you could simply remove that -- at the end to get the full resolution image. And now we have this paragraph text that we want to include here, and we've also got the email contact information set as an H5. I'm going to drop that at the end there. And now we've got one media object. So let's copy that and see if we're on the right track. So I'm going to paste that in using our source, and I'm going to click Update, and now I'm going to open a new window and take a look at this. And so here we see the application of that in the new design. And as we scroll back and forth, we can see that the responsive site handles that properly. One thing I noticed, though, is that image is a little small, and so we might want to adjust the size of that media object left. Now, I do that using Firebug, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to say width 30%, and that is going to adjust that photo size, and now I can scroll to make that image whatever size I really want for this design. And you know, I kind of like the 30%, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And now I'm going to copy that rule declaration, and I'm going to go back here and I'm going to open this tab in a new window so that I just have that style sheet for just that page. That way, if I make an adjustment here about the media object, if I wanted a different styling on a different page, I could do that. So now I've got this ready to test, and there we see that that size is holding, and as we scale down to mobile devices, we see that that works out pretty well. Now, one thing you might wonder about this media object is if it's possible to have the text wrap, and so that's really a Bootstrap example, and what we see here is that those objects don't wrap, and we can see that there's some additional media alignment options if we wanted to make subgroups or list groups. And so I'm going to stick with that kind of pure Bootstrap look on the left, and that is how I use Bootstrap to get some framework support for special things that I'd like to create in a responsive way. Also now, keep in mind that you can use this tool, the paragraph tool, and that's going to show me all of the different HTML elements as I have them. And that would also help me copy this object, or if I wanted to adjust it or change it in the future, I could just simply click that tool on and off to get a better visual of where it is that I'm working. Now that I have that basic unit set up, I've got a couple approaches. I can continue to work in the HTML, or if I'd like, I can simply copy that media object a few more times and paste that back into the HTML area and update it. And now I have a number of others that I can use in the editor to make the adjustments that I want. So, for instance, the second one, if I really wanted to work in the WYSIWYG editor, I could go to the second one and just copy and paste those over. And what we see is that that brought in the H2 styling. So let's see, let's just change that to heading 4 so that it's the same. And we want to pick up that image URL. So let's grab that. And we're going to replace this image. And we're going to be sure to select 100% on that. And now we want to grab the copy that we have. And so I'm grabbing that, and I'm going to bring it over, and be careful with my cursor so that I don't violate the areas. And I noticed that an extra paragraph is in there, so I wanted to get rid of that. And now I want to get that email and phone information, so I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to do the same thing here, just replace that. And I noticed that I got another little heading there, so I want to get rid of that. And now I'm going to click update, and let's go back over to our live site and take a look and see. Now we've got the 2, and there are those other samples. Now in the prior page, we see that these are using a heading 2 font. So if I wanted to do that, I could simply go and highlight that and select heading 2. I'm going to turn the paragraph tool on so I can make sure that I'm getting that. Now on your screen, watching this on your monitor, the video, you might have a difficult time seeing that there's a little heading 2 there, and a little heading 2 there that's telling me that I've got those stylings right. So this paragraph tool can be very helpful. All right, now I'm going to refresh one more time and I'm going to see how I picked those up. And I did. Those are nice, and they're picking up based on the style guide of this new design that we're working on. And so now we can use those tools to adjust the stylings as we want. So that's how to work with HTML, Bootstrap, and a text editor to get some really precise styling over your pages. Thanks.